Hello and welcome everyone. Today I'm doing a 12-month reading for 2016 for all signs of the Zodiac. And yes, I'm breaking it down to earth, air, fire, and water. Okay. So I'm kind of thinking these decks will deliver us those kind of messages, but we'll pick 12 cards and then sort of wind it down to the last image or the last message that will provide for 2016. So I hope you can join me and see what it entails because we're already here. And for the earth element, um, which has to deal with the pentacles or coins in the tarot. Um, here is this is the life purpose cards, the adoring virtue. Okay, so I've brought them out to represent Earth, and then I brought out the tarot of the angel cards to represent the air element because they've got the unicorns in here, and with the angels, the angels are always above us as well. Um, I chose to pick this deck for the air element, and then I did bring out my Dragon Tarot deck to bring in the fire element. Okay, so we brought in the Dragon Tarot, and then I also brought in the Mermaids and Dolphins deck that I have to bring in the water element. Okay, so we're going to pick 12 cards. So I picked for the 4 seasons, and that way we can have 3 cards of each to equal for the 12 months also in the year to come here for 2016. And what kind of we've been uh, revealed to be more assertive and to take back our power, balance our power, being more authentic. If you're kind of hiding behind an office desk or whatever, just take it baby steps. But, this reading is about actually, I'm going to open it up as, we're asking for guidance, as we look above, we look up and we ask for the guidance about what's our next steps, for our highest purpose coming this year, coming this 2016. Okay, what is it, what is the divine flow want me to, flow and fly with? What is it? Okay, so I went and to go with this the life purpose because we all need to first ground ourselves what that is. What is the next step? Because many of us are not certain. So I want that. Oh boy, look, we have Joan of Arc here. So take charge of yourselves here, okay? And I totally thought I had checked out every single card here, but this one was faced up, so we'll bring her on the table to represent that kind of energy for 2016. Go with the guidance. Go with the guidance. She was a young woman, French girl. I think she was only 15, 16 years old. And Archangel Michael, per her words, Archangel Michael and Archangel Margaret and Archangel or Saint Catherine. Saint Catherine and Saint Margaret, Archangel Michael told her to go and help save France. But of course, she was burned at the stake at, I think, 19 for heresy. So anyway, but it's that kind of leadership for taking charge and taking back your power. Okay? So I am working with this deck for the earth, and I'll pick 3 cards to represent what the earth element has to say. Okay, and that is all feminine receptive to earth. When we think of Mother Earth, the feminine receptive, she provides so much for us living on this planet, okay? And she also provides monetary value in how we work and how we give back to her. You know, it's a cycle. So working with the feminine receptors is key, you know, for also working with the mystic, the metaphysical, and the way the feminine receptive is to balance with the masculine active. So, and of course, Mother Earth is all about, you know, fertility and growth. You know, she's always pregnant with growth and fertility. And, you know, so it's like, you know, consider how important it is for Mother Earth. And also in the trump card in the tarot, the world card, you know, represents the earth, the element of earth. So it's like we have to have more peace in this. And in 2016, keywords are also peace, freedom, and playfulness. Okay, no matter what's going on, bring in the laughter, and let's try to not be in the worry zone too much. Okay, so here's the air element now coming in, and we're working with the angels, and the air is that masculine active. Usually for tarot, that's the swords, you know, the spades and a deck of cards, but that's all about mentally, how we feeling in the respect of our mind. It's our mind. Are we really tapping, you know, our intuition? Are we an intuition boy? You know, you can't be even watching videos like this if you're not trying to tap your intuition. Okay, just wouldn't make sense to you what I'm talking about. Okay, but let's from the air, we're going to go to you know, we want to with the air signs that mentalize clear consciousness for 2016. What is my authenticity? What is my life purpose? What are my plans for the next 5 to 10 years? What are they? Okay. And with the fire, we got masculine active again. Okay. Dragons, yes, yes. Oh boy, no doubt. That this is also about passion and energy. You know, fire just like the sun. Okay, we've got us. You know what? We're going to put down 4 dragon cards because it got stuck. So they have a message while we were talking. Okay, so yes, it's that passion and energy that comes with the fire. So consider looking up to, you know, our sun star and speaking. And now we come with the water, and that's also feminine receptive. So you can see the balance between the feminine receptive and the masculine active in the seasons that come. Remember, we go through different seasons. So it's all, you know, it all balances out, is what I'm saying. That's how nature works, okay? And it all happens at one step at a time. If you can see that, one step at a time. And here we don't mind taking baby steps. That way we, even if we fall on our boom boom, we get back up to bam bam. Okay. Okay, we're taking it easy. Especially the older we get. We know to just go with the flow. Okay, my dears, and I did bring Archangel Michael through to just pick one card for 2016 because I just feel he's always been there for me. My first ever video was with his deck, just 3 cards. His deck and 3 cards. So, okay, let's see what 2016 holds for all of you. I send many blessings, and again, you know, peace, freedom, more playfulness. Okay, get out there, you know, focus on what you know is your future outcome. Okay, and wonder who's involved and what's going on and when and where and why. Okay, always want to ask yourselves the questions. But if you come from the higher power, that spiritual side where you know, like the crown chakra, you rely on the messages coming from up above. I just feel that, you know, it's the way that we can live peacefully and in a freedom where we're not debating over religions and politics and things like that. Now, mind you, my vision is maybe strange and far out there, but the goddesses did it. They lived in peace and harmony. Everybody was love and life. Okay, as we start out with the earth signs, writing, you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. Wonderful. Well, you know what? It's so important, I think, also in keeping, if you're into starting to acknowledge your metaphysical awareness too, is that keep those journals, date things. I mean, you see, I'm a witness how I wouldn't date things, and I like wrote down notes in the books that I have, and even in my cards. I don't write on the cards anymore, but but date things, notice things, because they come back around, and then that's how you learn, and it's an alert, to you. So now this is an alert to you, for my dears out there: heal and inspire and teach. And we've been saying that our children are our future leaders. So write something for your children, a cute book or so. That doesn't have to be a printed book, but you can go to the Staples or Office Department and collectively make something for them to read. You know how you feel, but it's just all wonderful ways to express yourself. And here we have the Knight of Water: emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative, falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. Well, we were just talking about balancing those emotions, balancing between the masculine active and feminine receptive. So, we want to go with that. And here's the knights are the young cats here, are the young blood, we can call it. But there seems to be definitely a romantic vibe going on for 2016, just opening up. So maybe you can even write yourself a, love spell, or, a love note to yourself and do a spell. I mean, that's what it takes. It literally takes you writing it down. I did a love spell last year, and it's lighting a candle, writing down your thoughts. I mean, it's just how it works. And you let it go on a full moon. But here we have potentially, it says falling in love or wedding proposals. So just go and I already pulled up one of the earth signs. I'm getting into, the fire signs. I'll already go back to talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. Well, isn't that cool? Because that's why I wanted to bring in the tarot of the angels. That's exactly why I wanted to do that. Or, by Doreen Virtue, because I wanted the angels on board. But already they talk about romance. But right here with the life purpose oracle, we have writing and that talk to the angels. And that's what I think they're trying to say. If we talk to the angels and we're saying, I want to focus on peace and freedom, peace and freedom, even in my own relationships, that my children, I give them freedom and I'm at peace with it, but yet they've been raised responsibility, responsible ways. I mean, you put it all together, but working with the angels, and I really feel that I think they want us also to look up and speak to them. I swear, I just, I think that's what they're trying to say. Look up and speak to us. I, I've been saying it a long time. Many of us have. Travel. Your life purposes involves traveling. Okay, well, there you go for some of you, you know, especially those of you who love the adventure. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. And even for those of you who are, now I don't want to say desk bound, but let's say you work from your home on your computer. You just like doing a YouTube video. I mean, it goes all around the world, so it's like you travel and you meet so many people. And I have literally, I just adore all the people around the world. It's just fascinating to speak to so many different cultures that still understand spiritual ways, or are grasping it. So, but how wonderful it is to have both that combo, that you literally, you watch these travel shows, if you do or not, but I always wondered how these people get these jobs, man. I would love to do something like that. Ay, ay, ay. But anyway, I got these cats, so. All right, so now we go to the air element side. Okay, I was jumping the gun there, because I like doing these annual readings. So it seems so far that you taking back your power is the main thing. you know, but it'll be divined by, you know, the higher power. So then we come to three of water, a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. The need to have more fun. There you go. The need to have more fun. We were just saying that they, you know, it was coming through to me. It's like have more playfulness, freedom. You know, that's how we kind of get to the dark sided ones because they want to keep us in that fear. You know, but if you just like childlike, you know, not childish, but childlike. Go outside, get out in nature, you know, walk the beach one step at a time, you know, take your shoes off, you know, whatever. But it's the need to have more fun, okay? You know, if you have an invitation to go out somewhere to a gathering, then go for it, okay? Go for it. Anytime 2016, you're invited somewhere, just say thank you. Yes, I will. Okay, and enjoy it, and bring the levity, bring the you know, the big smiles with you too. Okay, well, a wedding has come out twice now, back to back with the night, falling in love, or a wedding proposal, and then a celebration and a wedding. So you see, there's love in the air, and that means even for people who are coupled up and want to, you know, rekindle, or rather, how you say, redo your wedding vows again. I find that's fabulous too. King of Earth. Wow. Well, we've got the king here welcoming all the love on the on the table. Generous, professional, responsible, practical, a successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. The Midas touch. There you go, my dears. You see? It's like, you know, they're just saying, you know, you start working all those chakras of yours, you know, your survival root chakra, your sacral sexuality chakra, your navel, you know, power chakra, your heart love chakra, your throat communication chakra, your brow intuition chakra, and then your crown chakra, boom, boom. It's like, that's what I think they're saying. You just work with us and you'll see a successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. The Midas touch. Well, my dears, again, you know, of course, it's not just strangers walking up to you, but I mean, if you know people and they're not contacting you in logical and very safe ways, go for it. Go for it. Go to an invitation, go to a wedding, go to any gathering that you are comfortable with, and be confident about it because they're welcoming you to enjoy that. And look what now the fire dragon has, the one that came out as a bonus card here. Nine of Pentacles. No doubt about it. There is just blessings in the air. The king's even come to the gathering. He's going to be at the party. He's going to be at the celebration. He's going to be at the wedding. Who knows? Maybe somebody's marrying a king. Remember, it's not gender specific. A woman, you know, running her own business can be a king of coin, okay? Or you run your own household and it's efficient, and your children are healthy. You know, it's all positive on how you do it. So we all can be a king of our own kingdom, like they say, okay? But how beautiful that the fire element, okay, that the masculine active, the wands in the tarot, but this card opens up with the nine of coins. But isn't this wonderful? This is like you've made the money, you know, the king's at your party now. You're socializing so much that now the king's coming to your parties. Oh, God. You know what I'm saying, people. It's just, it's a way that you have grown up. You've taken those baby steps one at a time. You started the journey as the initiate fool, and now you're achieving. And that's what really life is about. We're born and we want to achieve something. So by the time we go to the, you know, pass the soul to the next life, we're prepared. We know how to work it easier. We don't have to go through a lot of heartache and problems. You know, that's how it kind of works. That's how I feel it works. And there's solitude involved with that. Here we have the Hermit, number 9, major arcana. I feel a wonderful card. That's another thing about becoming more spiritual, you have to go within. It is inner wisdom that you sort of channel, if you want to call it that way. I'm not saying we all sit around and channel anything you want. I'm just saying that you have to hear the messages, okay? Call the, call upon the angels, call upon, whatever background, religion, tradition you are, whether it's African, then you call on those deities. If you're Norse area, Viking, whatever you are, work with those ancestors. Nothing wrong with working with the ancestors. And, I'm not Viking, but I love the Viking runes, okay? I just, because perhaps maybe an ancestor of mine came from that area. I don't know, but I'm very attracted. So what I'm trying to say, that's spiritual, spirit attracting you to knowledge, okay? And it's all knowledge we're gaining. So like the hermit, again, that's all knowledge. We're gaining knowledge in solitude, and that's how you come out with the 10, hitting that 10 arcana card, major wheel of fortune. Woohoo! It's always positive. Takes us on the next ghetto. Boy, 7 of coins. We have a lot of coins coming through so far. And traveling, that travel card, means you got to have some coin to be traveling. So that's talks good. And talk to your angels. I really, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. I totally was even going to say we need to talk to the angels more. Really, really talk to them. Look up. I think that's exactly what's trying to say. We're up above you, so you got to look up. Look up. But here we have 7. So, 7's about that change. So change is coming. Change is coming. Pay attention how you value the money. No need to waste money, okay? We've all, money comes, money goes. At the good times, we all flow, and then, boink, it drops, and we have to be prepared for that drop, okay? So, but as long as it just, you understand it comes and it goes, and no duress. Look at this. We just wish upon the star, and they bring it back to us. Look how beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just I just love the star card. I'm even more fascinated with it, because we've been getting it a lot, and it just look, see, even the dragon is looking up. Look at that. We gotta look up, my dears. We gotta look up, because it's the inspiration, that imagination, that intuition. They'll give it to you. You just gotta put your head into it. But they'll bring you the messages. Call it your mind, call it your soul, call it your spirit, call it what you want, but you want to tap it, and you have to communicate it. Just like if you're, talking to your friend or your, family member, it's that you don't have to speak out loud, but if that works for you too, you speak out loud, as long as, you do it in your private moment, but there we are. See, look up. That's, I guess I'm going to be a broken record with look up, look up. But if you just take the day to look up, and then right there, you think about your body spine. How's your spine doing when you're looking up? Are you still bent over, hunched over? Are you, your hips comfortable? Stand there for a moment and fix your spine and look up. You'll see, and then hold in your belly, hold in your abdomen muscles real tight. So it's not like you're just looking up and doing a spiritual prayer moment. You're also aligning the body. And it's like a win-win. I really feel it's positive. Okay, so let's see what the feminine receptive comes through for us now. The black dolphin. Now, I know we've had this card before come out in these last few readings. I used this deck. Recognize which waves will carry you to your new horizon. Well, there you go. 2016. The black dolphin coming in with new horizons already. Okay? Very good. And this is all, keywords about that flowing, that receptive flowing, that feminine receptive. And really, that's why, my channel will speak more about that goddess energy and the male active, because it really has to do with that. That's what the balance is all about. So that's why we females, or this female receptive, whatever you want to channel into, male, male gender included, tap it, because it's going to give us the balance. you know, because it can't be all about war, men, boys with guns anymore, you know. Look at this, the great sea monster. To accomplish your dream, plan and believe. Wow, 2016. Plan and believe. Sorry if the light's kind of funky right now, but plan and believe. And that's why it's kind of good, like if you start getting that journal out. Because do you remember what you did last January 2015, this year? Do you recall? Unless I don't have it written down or calendar it, you know, and sometimes, you know, I mean, I write on calendars too, you know, just write notes of something that was kind of special or important to you. Because things are coming, people. And that's what we got to do. Plan and believe. Plan and believe. Wow, look at this. And just in December for 2015, it closed with the card of prosperity. Prosperity came through. And abundance has been coming through on my table for like over a year. Abundance, abundance, abundance. So, and look at here. 2016, it's still the same thing, my darlings. The stream of plenty will flow into good fortune. But you see the word they used, flow. So we got to let go, you know, flow and fly. Okay? Got to let go and flow and fly. And work with the divine, you know, and watch when birds show up. You know, watch everything now. Pay more attention to Mother Nature because I think totally she is trying to connect to us and make it work with us. I totally believe that. Okay? I totally believe that. Well, this reading came out pretty straightforward. I really don't even have to, you know, read further because it's just straightforward. I'm curious about this great sea monster. I want to see what it reads from the mermaids and the dolphins right there, because I don't have pull that card quite often, and now, but that I read it's such a positive message. I would like to continue because this is a year reading for all signs. So I just want to encourage, you know, even if there's disappointment in certain things, the message usually, you know, if you let it just go finally and say, let go, it's, you know, it's in God's hands or whatever you want to say, you'll see that things come out in a way like, hey, you know, I didn't just have to, you know, suck poop, you know, things turn around. So that's why you have to have faith, okay? And that star card, you know, all about that beautiful faith and hope, 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 you know, hope, hope. Just see how Joan of Arc is also looking up, my dears. Look up, okay? It's all about looking up, looking up. I don't know how to explain it because that's where you're gonna see the answer. You're gonna see things. You're gonna see things looking up, okay? We're going to see it up in the stars. And look, I even brought out my little star candles. Isn't that appropriate? Yes, I did, because that was my way to wish everybody that their dreams come true. I did. I honestly brought out my little star candles that I wanted this to be my candles lit for everybody's dreams to come true. Okay? And look, the star card comes up and you know, you just be your own boss, your own leader, and you know that doesn't mean oh, you know, I'm working for myself and blah blah. Blah. I'm not saying go into any financial duress, but you know, be positive. Bosses love assertive employees. If you ever watch that show, Undercover Boss, let the bosses learn things too, because they think you know some of them get too egoed and they really don't know. But you just be assertive, you be authentic and assertive, and you see that's a wonderful show. That's a very positive show. It teaches us, you know, that once you're real, you know, you can be rewarded for that. Okay. The great sea monster, triumph. It opens up, wow, the great sea monster, to accomplish your dream, plan, and believe. Triumph. You can conquer a potentially bad situation and prevent it from worsening by taking action. The great sea monster, symbolic of cosmic forces one step away from chaos, indicates that danger can be averted. It represents the freeing of consciousness from the grip of the dark unconscious powers that might grow into a monstrous activity by unbalanced psyche. Okay, there you go. Unbalanced psyche. That's what we're trying to say. Work with those chakra centers. Balance yourselves. Take that, you know, after or take that hour a day or day a week. You will achieve a heroic victory by the light of your conscious triumphing over the darkness of your subconscious. There we go. Balance. It's all about balance. It's always been about balance. 2016, we're going to, focus about our past issues, and we're going to focus about the obstacles and challenges ahead of us. But it's to, improve a wonderful future outcome. Look at that. Plentiful, plentiful, right here on the table. Might have to read her to bring us to awaken what can be achieved for us next year. This year, it's right upon us. You will achieve a heroic victory by light of your consciousness triumphing over the darkness of your subconscious. Anyone with improper intentions against you and all that is good and right will be slain. There is more than one way to solve a dilemma. Search and the right way will appear. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I think you should let go and let God, because you see that what goes around comes around. It's all about a God, my friends, and know that El Diablo runs karma, but he bites himself in the ass all the time. So here's the great sea monsters. Great sea monsters want to bite Diablo in the ass too. So it's like, but let me wind down with the Undying now, because it's so beautiful. I mean, the Black Dolphin too. I know I've read it before. That's why I'm not gonna read it again. But recognize which waves will call you to a new horizon. Okay, it's all about being on the team white light, my friends. Team darkness, well, pick your own poison is what I'm saying. But it's coming out on the table. It's time for all of us to decide which team we're picking, and yes, it is about balance, because they both come for you, to put you on their team, but you just keep the balance and look up. We're all going to start looking up in 2016, and you say a little mantra of the day, even if it's your personal mantra, like, Capricorn opens up here for the 2016, your mantra is I use, if that's what it is, say I use my loving heart for doing quality things, just let's move forward, people. We got a whole new year to do it. And her keyword is a chance. A tale about money that is marvelous and unbelievable is about to be told to you. If what arrives or what you hear appears to be too good to be true, it probably is. Do not meddle in the affairs of others, or you will find yourself in troubled waters from which it will be difficult to escape. The Undine, a beautiful water nymph with long hair flowing like a river, augurs that you should follow the lines of least resistance to flow out of a difficult situation. By continually doing all that is required of you by the demands of time, you will flow to your goal. You will be bathing in all kinds of possibilities and opportunities if you follow your heart in an enterprising venture. Oh, sorry, I love the card. But there you go. When you follow your heart in an enterprising venture. And that's when it's meant to be for you, because honestly it just flows to you, and that's when things are meant to be for you. It's like if you can play an instrument so well, or plays physical sports so good, that's like it's just meant for you to do those things. So that's the approach we want to have now for 2016. We all have qualities about us, and we want to embrace them, uh, but we want to do it in a metaphysical way, so that we align with spirit source, and you will see that then our life and healing comes through, health and healing, because it's like the divine, when the divine will touch you, it's like it's healing. It's always healing. It's like, when you have that loving aunt or grandmother will touch you and hold you, and healing, that kind of feeling. And that's you just you that can be done all through, sending out that love. Okay, just know that love is the fastest speed. So when you believe in the angels, and you believe in these energies of earth, air, fire, and water, and you send your heart zone out to say, yes, I want to learn more, that that love, that heart chakra will send it out faster than the light speed, okay? So just work with your heart, whatever comes from your heart and soul, and you will know. And others around you will know it too. But be careful. Some people can be the ones that will deny you and try to say, oh no, you can't do that. Mainly, sometimes it's mainly, sadly to say, family. So you just kind of avoid them and don't mess with them too much, okay? All right, well, I went on a chant there because this is about 2016, the whole year for 12 months. So take back your power now. Don't let others, fool you or intimidate you, let's say. Take that assertiveness, believe in your powers, okay? Especially when you're working, with your chakras, you will start seeing things more clearly and things will come your way. Explore your options. Dear God, thank you for your wisdom and love, helping me see, understand, and assess all of my alternative options. Please guide me in the best direction for my health, happiness, and life's purpose. There you go. Archangel Michael just knows how to bring it forward to shut it down. Here we go for the whole 2016. See, that's why we're going to have options, okay? We're not going to be, stuck in the job that you've been stuck in because you said it for years now. I'm stuck in a job I don't love. So you're going to explore options now, okay? And you're going to meditate on it. Now, I know people don't like using that word, but again, you get over it, people. Now we're 2016. When we say meditate, we take that time, whatever it means to you, okay? So just take that time and explore your options, because Archangel Michael is here to protect you and guide you, okay? And that's what we're also going to say. I'd encourage for any of you who are watching this video, take that time, maybe one day coming soon before it starts, before we shut down 2015, to ask for guidance. Okay, you sit down with the cards. If you read your own cards or candle, whatever feels comfortable with you, your favorite pillow, sit there holding your favorite pillow and ask for guidance about your next step, to your highest purpose coming this year. Say this year, 2016, okay? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just talking to myself here. Okay, explore your options, because you want to ask them, what is going on for me for my highest purpose coming this year, okay? This year, 2016. Okay, and we'll shut down with Archangel Michael. You've worked hard to make your current circumstances palatable, and now it's time to look at alternatives. Your coping and adaptation skills are admirable. However, Archangel Michael reminds you that it's important to be honest and authentic with yourself at all times. You don't need to compromise in any way, for Michael assures that your needs will be met in gentle and loving ways. Okay, see? And that's why with the angels, they come gentle to us. That's why they don't just blow on in, unless it's like total miraculous save the energy day. But because they don't want to scare us, because we're still, so many of us don't even believe in the other dimensions. So that's why they come gently, but they're here to protect. Possible specific meanings: update your resume and look for another job. Know that you won't be alone if you leave an unhealthy relationship. Find new ways to heal the present situation. Research and explore your options. Change the professional you work with, such as your doctor, therapist, lawyer, and so forth. Allow yourself to daydream about possibilities. Remember that everything is possible! Exclamation mark. Dear God, thank you for your wisdom and love, helping me see, understand, and assess all of my alternative options. Please guide me in the best direction for my health, happiness, and life's purpose. Okay, well, life's purpose, it's just amazing how it did open up with, writing in that journal, writing that book, writing whatever is on your mind, okay? Whatever it is. And wow, talk to your angels. It even came out, okay? Talk to the angels. So we gotta have to put it in the front there. Talk to the angels, okay? We're going to have to say that in the opening here. And there might be, you know, uh, availability for travel, fabulous, and nonetheless, maybe computer work around the globe, all beautiful, and no doubt about it, little romance coming for some of you in 2016 that leads to a wedding ceremony. So that's even beyond romance, and it seems like all of us are going to start thinking genuinely on how we spend the money and thinking genuinely on what position we want to be as we mature in life, okay? Because there's nothing wrong with going into a little solitude to find ourselves, to achieve things, okay? So that, you know, at the end of our travels, at the end of our long journey, we are here to at least attain, you know, freedom from necessary things. And look, we talk to the angels and we look up, okay? Talk to the angels and we look up. That's what we're going to do. Look up to the stars. That's where the angels are. They're all above us. Even the dragons are above us, okay? And even we have Joan Arc here with her little cherubs all coming around her. She's looking up too. Okay, so talk to the angels. Look at the the star dragon of hope looking up, okay? Because 9 of coins, look at that. They're just that abundance. I just, it's all about it. But it likes they want you to be in charge. See, take back leadership came through. They want you to be the one talking to the angels. You're the one talking and praying. You're the one that you're going to ask them. Listen, I want to get my stuff together here. You know, just acknowledge and let me do the rest. You just tell me, and then you're guided. Because that's how we want to open up this 2016. Ask for the guidance about your next steps. One step at a time. I even brought out my little stone here. One step at a time. One step at a time. Even if they're baby steps. Who cares, right? Who cares? At least you get done. You achieve what's so authentic to you. Beautiful. And then we have the water signs here saying the same kind of thing, you know, good fortune, prosperity. And don't let anybody, you know, mess with you, okay? You just keep on going with the wave. Because look at that, even you got the great sea monster on your side. He'll take everybody out for you. Good, bad, and the ugly. Oh, but talk to the angels, my darlings, and look up. I just I think that's sort of like the bottom line here. And write in that journal, okay? Start writing notes to yourself or on a calendar, just even if it's a word a day, you know, or a phrase a day, okay? But take charge, take back your power. That's mainly what we want to focus. That's what we want the outcome for, you know, so that next time this year you can say, I took back my power, I'm focusing, and I'm looking up, and I'm, you know, accepting guidance and going to achieve uh, uh, assertiveness and being in my own power, okay? Because it's coming from divine glory. Wonderful. Wonderful. Explore your options, okay? Just don't go for the first thing. Remember, this is a life path. This is not like a 4-year degree. Okay, so go for it. Well, this will help you to your next life when you start being authentic. Okay, and because you want it so much, there's won't be the darkness coming through. You know, like some celebrities all just, you know, throw out there that this grandeur way of living comes so fast, so it comes the dark forces. Okay, but this is all about what the light wisdom has for all this prosperity, abundance. I can't even deny it. It just comes out randomly on my table. I now have to really, you know, not I'm now a preacher, people. Oh, please, Lord, and I'm no angel, but I gotta keep saying we can do this. Okay, they want us to do it, but we have to take that time to meditate, to just download what they want from us, turn off technology, download from them, okay? Think about it like that. Turn off the technology, electricity stuff, and start downloading from the crown chakra. Open up your intuition. Okay? Intuition, intuition. 2016. Love y'all, my dear friends, and thank you so much for the new subscribers. Love to you all. Let's see how it happens for, you know, 2016. There's so much opportunities and abundance. Look how many coins are on here. You can see that I even get excited because it keeps repeating itself. I mean, I've done enough videos. I don't know, like 500 videos, something like that. I don't even know how many. But the point is, when it's repetitive, that's the message. Okay, my darlings. So just hang tight. Blessings to you all. Stay strong and really consider writing those journals. Okay, and look up. Love and light to all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao.